there, I'm just going to talk about redoing stone walls. I'm in a French house in the south of France, and it's about 1770 or 1760, the house. This is the attic area, and you can see the stone being prepped here by me. Now, you have to evaluate whether it's worth prepping, because this is plastered here, and it may not be worth prepping. So evaluate whether you should just cement over it, or whether you should try to make a stone wall. Sometimes the stone isn't pretty enough to make a stone wall. Another way, always wear a mask when you're working on this dust stuff. I'm just keeping it off to show you, be able to speak. Now, I'll just show you some of the tools I used. I used a small pick handle for getting the dust off. And you can see it works. And you can scrape it down there. It's like sand nearly, you know, when you're doing it. So this is how I'm prepping the wall. Right? And you can get it here and you can see how easy it comes off. There you go, look at that. So that's one tool I've been using. I've got to get a bit deeper, about 1.5 inches deep to make this work. So I've been using that. I've been using this screwdriver for little corners here. That's the fine detailed one, kind of. And for crevices, I brush it sometimes with the wire brush to see where the stone is, especially when you're a bit less. Can you see me still? Yeah, it's a little looser here. You can see, look at this. It crumbles off, and then you can see where the stone is. Right? Right, and my other tool is this unit here. If you're in over here, you can stand and relax and not bend so much and just scrape away. Just a PVC pipe cut off. I'm going to turn the camera a little so you can see that. Right. I'll show it over here because this hasn't been done yet. And look at it. It just collapses off. Let's go up a bit. It's like wet sand. That's what it's like. Nice tool because you don't have to bend over and you can get quite a bit done here. There you go, look at that. So there's the tools I'm using. So a hammer, a wire, a screwdriver, a wire brush, and my PVC to cut at an angle. Okay? Now my last thing, just to show you, I'm going to show you how the wall will look when it's complete. So here's the wall dry, and I've done this, washed this back wall already once. You can see, as you can see, if you do a wet look, you begin to see what you can get. It's a good way of evaluating whether it's worth saving the wall. I'll do it here so you can see it better. So I'm just putting water on it. So there you go. So as you can see, it shows it up better and gives you an idea of what you're going to get at the end. I've done this wall over here quite a bit, so it's cleaning up nicely now. So there you go. It's the evaluating is the hard part, right? And you're going to get holes. There's a hole here. Now, you want to get a rock and put it in there and cement it in later on. You've got to find one suitable for the hole and then put it in there. Let's wet that a sec. See, and then cement it in there afterwards. So it looks right there like that. And you want to cement that in, and you want to make sure structurally you make this all sound again. Because you know, if you get too big a hole, you don't want to dig too deep. You want to go in a little, but like you can go in 1.5 inches, but when you have these big boulders fall out, you have to be careful. You don't want to lose your integrity. If you have too many of them fall out, you're better off cementing in some and rebuilding the areas before you go to the next area. But it's a lot of work, so it's hard to find people actually to prep walls like this nowadays. You have to kind of do it yourself. So just wanted to show you, it's very labor intensive. From there to here is basically most likely a 4-hour job, and it's 1/3, that's only 1/3 of this wall. So basically be there 2 days doing the wall. And that's just prepping, and I still got to get it in deep as 1.5 inches. The more in you get, the better your cement's going to hold, and you're going to brush this all off afterwards. This is the way to go. I hope this helps you with repairing your old house. So yeah, I've prepped this wall quite a bit. Are we out? There. So I prepped this wall quite a bit. I'll get it back a bit more. But as you can see over here, I have structurally some problems. I need to get rocks put in there and rebuild that and make sure that's set up against that other wall properly. Some beautiful stones. This one here is a gorgeous sized stone. Look at the size of it. Now on this wall here, I'm most likely just going to cement over it. It does have loose cement, but I will wire brush it and cement over it for the time being and see if it'll hold. I'm not too sure about this wall here yet. I haven't started poking at it, but it's by the bench here. It has loose cement in that, but it's a lot of work. I don't know whether I'll just do these 2 walls over here. So, as you can see, I got a mound of dust again, which is common with these things. So, you want to try to evaluate some of this stuff. See, now this is sandyish, but I'm going to do a test piece and see if I can't just cement paint over this a bit and hold this in a bit. I mean, if it lasted 100 years, it'll last another 100 years. To just stop the dust from falling off, right? So I'm going to try a lighter scrape on this. I don't really want to take all this out here. See, as you can see, there's a lot of dust in it. So we'll do a test patch. We'll do a test patch here, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe I can get some stone look out of it too. And there is a nice stone right here. Look at this. Right there, look. See that? There's some lovely stones in this. Maybe I'll leave some of those and fill the rest of it. See that there? Look at that. That's quite pretty there. When you wash it, look at that. And what am I going to do? I don't know. As you can see, I still have this problem of this. I still have the problem of all this dust. See, they've gone over that with some cement here, look. But it's not great. We're going to have to find the right mix. Maybe I'll leave some of these poke out here and there. Some of these stones, you know. There's a stone there. And there's a nice one. So evaluate it your own way. I'll let you know how my cement mix goes. I might put a bit of epoxy in it, right? So that it bonds better. See, there's stones here that are lovely. I want to show these a bit. Isn't that the whole idea of this, really? Yeah, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Maybe I'll work out some of these. Can you see that? No. Another one down here. Show some of the stones. Hey, look at that one there. Make it a feature. See, I'll evaluate this and we'll move on. Yeah, so I started fixing some foundation problems here. And down on the floor here I threw some cement. I put in a stone for a step for future. It's coming. I got to build it out a little bit more to about here. I have to fix these yet. But up here is a crack which I had to fill. And I put some stone in some places like here. Right? And I'm building this out a little for the shelf. As you can see, I got some stones in. And I've thrown some cement up over the arch to stabilize it a little bit so that it doesn't collapse on me. And over this side, I've got these stones built up here, as you can see, like 2 rows right across. And I hope to get that a little further up today. So there we go. I put there's the 2 layers there. I'm going to build that up more towards that plank. I got some splash on the top like I said. I've got a stone in there which has been balancing it a bit. And then we got some rock coming down. I got to build this up a bit more to support that, the beams across, and then we'll build the arching. I'm going to start today. This will be my second day. So that's how far I got my first day.